Okay, hi everyone. So this is another video of engineering economics. It's kind of engineering economics and management, but the way it is like two in one. So we are dealing with engineering economics right now. So now, the last time we talked about this time value of money, and we derived the formula for future sum. We made use of the formula. Okay, this is where we derived the formula. We made use of the formula, and then future sum of money, present sum of money, things like that. Now, what if we have situation, what if we have a situation where, because of course there are situations, this is not a matter of what if, like real life, there are situations where we encounter what? Series of payments, like easy buy. You'll be paying fixed amount of money until it meets the amount the amount you have to pay. Okay, you know how you buy things from easy buy. You have to okay, this the total amount I have to pay to get this phone or whatever product. Then you start paying fixed amount, I think monthly. Yeah, easy buy now, monthly or something like that. You keep paying that amount until you've gotten until you've completed your payments. Okay, then or higher purchase also. Higher purchase, maybe someone who like vehicle, keke, bike or something like that, he gets that kind of thing on what? Higher purchase. And after using it for a day, some people they pay weekly, some they pay daily. So the owner of the vehicle will be paid certain amount of money, fixed amount of money. Okay, or maybe house payments like house rent or uh, house rent and other loans. But the idea is there are situations where we pay fixed amount of money, okay. So these payments are based on what? Uniform. That's the fixed amount of money, the same amount of money. So we say uniform what? Payment series. You are paying fixed amount of money over and over again. So uniform payment series. Are we getting it? Now for 1 year, that is first year, the this f, which is the future sum of money to be paid, will be equal to a. This is because A is the money we pay annually, right? Look at it. A what? Use A to represent end of what? Period, cash receipt or disbursement in uniform series. So this same amount at the end of a period. So if it's just 1 year and you are paying yearly, that means at the end of the year you are paying this amount. Meanwhile, this f is also future sum. That means f will be equal to a. Okay? Now, what about 2 years? If we are going for 2 years now, now at the second year, think of just the second year. At the second year, you are to get what? This money you pay, which is the first year, this is what you have here, plus this money multiplied by interest rate, which is this. I hope that's clear. This money you have here, which is this, that's for the second year, plus what? This money again, this same money, which is A, multiplied by what? The interest rate. This thing right here is what? If you watch the first video, you recall that this is what? The interest. Because what you will get when you put in money, what you get is what? Like what you get back is what? The money you put in plus the interest. So this is the money plus the interest. Okay? So it's just like the first video we talked about P and then I. In this case, we're using A and I. So this is what you get for the second year. A plus AI. Now, when you get that, for the second year. So the series will be what? Second year plus first year. That should be the series. Of course, this part we just factor out A. Factor out A from this. Look at this. We just factor out A. You'll be left with 1. Factor out A. You'll be left with I. That's what we did there. Okay. So now, what have I done? This is A and this is plus sign. Okay. Now, the series becomes what? The series becomes what? Excuse me. The series becomes F equal to what? This is the second year, which we did just now, and this is the first year. So series of payment now. This first year plus second year. Good. So if we go for the third year, it will just be like the second year. It will just be like the second year, the way we did it. This one now, sorry. This, oh yeah, we can use that now. We can use that. So this one will become what? What you have here. Plus what? Plus this same thing. Look at it here. This same thing multiplied by what? Multiplied by I, which is the interest rate. Just like as we did in this one, where we said this is here, plus this multiplied by I, just like what we did. And so that's the same thing happening again. I believe we are following. All right. So what's going to happen now? Of course, we factor out A from everything here. That will give us what? You move, factor out A from here, you have 1 left. Factor out A from here, you have what? I. Your plus sign will be here. Factor out A from here, you have what? I think I skip one step here. Factor out A from there, you have what? I plus I. Yes, so you have I outside already. Sorry, and this will be 1. Oh boy, what did happen? Okay, yeah. So factor out A from here. A will be here. Okay, I did not skip any step. That's okay. Factor out A from here. You have 1 here. Factor out A from here. You have I left. This I is already outside. Okay. And remember, let me erase this. Remember factorization. When you have it like this, where this is the same as this, you just take one of them. Okay. At this part now, you can also factor out 1 from here, although it almost has no effect. Factor out 1 from here, you have 1 outside, you still have the same 1 left. Factor out 1 from here, you have 1 outside, and you have the same I there. So, in this case now, you have these 2 are the same. Okay? These 2 are the same. So, you just take one of them. 1 plus I, you take 1 plus I. What do you have outside? 1. What do you have here? Plus. What do you have here? I. So, this is what you get. Now, this is the third year. So if you go for okay, so this is what? A outside, but this multiply this will give you what? This same thing, what? Squared, because you have 2 on top. So this is the third year. Third year, you are having raised to power 2. That means for fourth year, think of it now. For fourth year, you will have what? If we go for fourth year, it will be what? A 1 plus I raised to power 3. For fifth year, it will be what? I raised to power what? 4. Meaning the formula should be what? The general formula for nth year to be what? Raised to power n minus 1. Is that clear? So when we have this for the third year, that means for the third year, our series will be what? First year plus second year plus third year. So if we have n number of years, the series will be what? For n number of years, okay, this is the formula I just showed you guys here. So F equals this. This is the nth year. N minus 1. Here will be what? The same thing in everything here, raised to power n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, until you get and back to all this raised to power 3, all this raised to power 2, all this raised to power 1, and then of course all that raised to power 0 will lead to just having only A. Okay, so this is first year plus second year plus third year and so on until the nth here. Okay, now you see this is a series. Okay, this is a series, but to have it as just simple expression to remove all these series and all those terms, what you do, you take the term you have inside this bracket, use it to do what? Multiply both sides. Now let's call this first this series here equation 1. When you use it to multiply both sides, this is what you get. Okay, you get this. Hope you are following. So let me just do it in a way that I'll see both of them. Okay, now you see this guy multiplied by what? This one. That's what you have here. Okay, now this other side multiplied by what? This one. Look at it here. This thing, look at it. Multiply by this, look at it. Clear? So also this one, look at it. Multiply by this, look at it. The same to this guy, this and this. The same to this guy, this and this. Okay? Now, after doing that, this multiply this, you have this guy here. And then when this multiply this, note, this is raised to power invisible 1, right? So invisible 1 plus this 1 minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So what you have left on top will just be n. That's why we have this here. Okay? Then for this one, this multiplied by this, invisible 1 here plus this 3 here will give you, plus this 2 here will give you what? 3. Just like laws of indices. That's what I'm using here. Laws of indices. Laws of indices. That's what I'm using here. The same to this guy. Here will become this power and 2. And this last one just here. So we are take it as equation 2. Now, factor out a from equation 1 and 2. Factor out a from equation 1. That's remove a. Then every other thing will be inside bracket. Do that to equation 2 also. That will give you what? This. A outside. So this from equation 1. We'll factor out a. So this is what we have outside. And this is equation 2. Okay? Factor out a. This is what we have inside. Now when you look at it, you will see that you can subtract because this one looks like this. Okay? This guy also looks like this. The guy here will be third. That's the raised by 3. Will look like this. This one will look like this. And of course, you have this one. This one doesn't look like anything. 1 doesn't look like anything here. So 1 and this one will be what we have left. Remember, we are subtracting equation 1 from 2. So 1 minus something here. Of course, there's nothing for it to minus. So what you have left is what? Minus 1. This guy will cancel out this one already. This one minus cancel out. Cancel out. So what will be left is what? This one will become what? Minus 1. Because we are subtracting equation 1 from 2. So you have minus 1 left. This guy, there's nothing to subtract it here. No term like it. No term like this guy. No term like it. So it will just remain there. Okay? It will not have minus sign because it's in equation 2. The one in equation 1, which is this, will be the one to have the minus sign. So you have this one. So a, then bracket all this guy here. And of course, for this one, what do you have here? 1 plus I bracket this, which is what you have here. Now, when you subtract equation 1 from 2, look at it. This is equation 2, right? Look at it. 1 plus if. 1 plus if. Minus equation 1, which is just f. Equation 1 is just f. Look at it here. So in this case, now what do you do? Of course, you look at it and you just open this bracket and you see that you have f multiply I is what? if. Okay, is I, oh boy. F multiply I is if. Then f multiply 1 is what? F. F minus f, that's 0. So what you have left is what? if equal to all these other guys here. So of course, you divide both sides by I, that will be what? F equal to what? A, all the same thing, divided by what? I. And that's how we get this formula. Okay? Then of course, to make a subject formula, you just have to do what? Invert the whole thing. Okay, should I say invert? This guy will do what? Let me just switch the side. Everything here, I just wrote it this other side of the equal to sign. This guy, I just wrote it at this other side. Like, just switch side. You come this way, you come this way. That's what's happening here. Then the next thing that will happen is what? This will do what? Multiply this side, like cross multiply now. This guy multiply this way, so it should now be on top. This one will now do what? Multiply down. So it's just like saying this. Okay, so what you have under will go up, what you have up will go under. So this is what you get. Okay, now remember that f equals to what? P bracket 1 plus I raised by n. We've solved this one in one of the videos, and I think about first video or so. And then this particular one now, where you see f, you put this thing. Look at it, f. So we have f here, so just plug where you see f, you put what? This thing there, which is this f here. So you put this one here. Now leave the p outside, multiply inside by what? This thing. So you now have what? Everything here, look at it inside now. This I, look at it here. Then of course, these guys just remain under. So that's the formula for this guy. We are going to use these formulas in the next video. So thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.